Hey there, Smile Squad, and welcome back to another episode of Smile Sessions. This is the podcast where we explore ways to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives. I'm your host, Christina Perry. And whether this is your first episode or your 15th, I'm so happy to have you here with me. First things first, let's rethink aging. Aging is not a decline, it's a design. And the thing is, you are the designer. Now, let's be real. Society has taught us to think of aging as an inevitable downhill slide. Wrinkles, gray hair, the sudden urge to complain about back pain. I get it. It's not always glamorous, but when you step back and look at the bigger picture, aging is kind of incredible. It's a time of reinvention. When you've lived enough to gain clarity, you're older, bolder, and ready to live with more purpose than ever. So here's a fun hack to chew on. How you age is determined by only 20 to 30% of your genes, which means 70 to 80% is up to you. You've guessed it. Lifestyle, environment, and mindset. So essentially, the way you choose to live has a bigger say than your DNA. How empowering is that? What's really happening when we age? Don't worry, this isn't a science lecture. It's just a highlight reel. So here's your quick painless aging 101. As we grow older, a few things naturally start to shift. Your cells don't regenerate as quickly, mass muscles start to decline, but the gym can help fix that, I promise. And your mitochondria, that tiny little powerhouse in your cells, they get a little sluggish over time. Telomeres, which are like the end caps of your DNA strands, also shrink as we age. Think of them as like plastic tips on shoelaces. When they wear down, the shoelaces, or your DNA, become a little frayed. Stress, poor diet, and lack of exercise, they speed up that process. And we've got the hormone curveballs. Estrogen, testosterone, both tend to dip as the years roll on, bringing changes in metabolism, energy, or mood. Some experts call inflammaging creeps up, which can affect everything from how you feel to the risk of chronic disease. But wait, here's the plot twist. Your daily habits impact all of this. Your regular movement, eating well, reducing your stress, every choice matters. Now, men and women, same destination, different roads. Let's talk about how aging shows up a little differently for the genders. For women, menopause is like the uninvited guest at the party who moves in and rearranges the furniture. The drop in estrogen affects your bones, brain, and even your heart health. Here's the flip side. It's also a power window. This is the time to power down on strength training, mind-body health, and finding joy and purposeful living. For men, testosterone takes a gradual dip. No one invites it. It moseys on out the door. That affects energy, mood, libido, and muscle mass. The good news, sleep, nutrition, and regular activity protects against these changes and help men maintain vitality. And hey, both men and women need to pay special attention to three things: heart health, mental health, and bone health. It's not about adding the years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. So how do we live with vibrance as we age? Enter the 5 pillars of the longevity lifestyle. I'm going to break these down into bite-sized pieces. Move daily. This isn't about forcing yourself to become a gym rat. Just move your body in ways that bring you joy, like walking your dog, dancing in your living room, doing yoga in your pajamas. Functional strength, flexibility, balance, they all count. Eat to thrive. Food is fuel and medicine. Load your plate with anti-inflammatory goodies. Think veggies, lean protein, healthy fats, but cut the sugar because your brain and waistline will thank you later. Rest and repair. Listen, beauty sleep isn't a myth. Your brain clears out the junk while you sleep, so aim for 7 to 9 hours of solid rest. Although Let's not underestimate the power of downtime. Breathwork, meditation, or even that blissful Netflix binge can recharge you. Connect. Relationships matter. And I'm not just talking about the number of likes on your last Instagram post. Real connections. Friends, family, community. They all keep us grounded and literally add years to our lives. Purpose. This might be the biggest one. Having a reason to get up in the morning doesn't just have to make life worthwhile, it makes it healthier. Find that why, your passion, your ikigai, and lean into it. And lastly, without all that science TED talk on you, I'm going to introduce you to the concept of epigenetics. It's groundbreaking stuff. So basically, your genes give you the blueprint, but your lifestyle holds the pencil. You're the one who decides which genes get activated and which stay dormant. That means you can turn off the genes linked to disease and activate the ones that are linked to health and vitality. How cool is that? So we're going to wrap this one up with one simple truth. It's never too late or too early to start. Your body's ridiculously adaptable. You can grow new brain cells. You can rebuild muscle. You can reclaim energy and joy. And it all starts with one small loving decision for yourself. So here's my challenge for you. What's one thing you can start doing this week to set your future self up for success? Start small. It could be committing to 15 minutes of movement a day, adding more color to your meals, or calling that friend you've been meaning to reconnect with. Write it, say it out loud, own it. Because you, my friend, are the hero of this story. Healthy aging isn't passive, it's powerful. You're writing the next chapter of your life, and it's going to be amazing. Thank you for showing up today for your future self and for the wellness of your future self. Stay inspired, stay smiling, and I will see you next time for another episode of Smile Sessions. Until then, here's to living with energy, purpose, and a whole lot of laughter. I'm Christina Perry, and this has been another session for your soul.